Welcome back, guys, to Third Pedal Podcast. I'm Jacob.
I'm Zach.
And this week, we have a very, very special guest. He's known as That Miata on TikTok. It is the one, the only, the legendary Zayden. I don't know how to say your last name. Zayden Brash.
What a huge intro. The legendary. Nah, I'm just a kid with a riced out Miata. That's it. Nothing special.
That qualifies as legendary these days, I think.
Appreciate that.
No, dude, it's awesome to have you on the show. We've been very inspired to see. It's cool to see somebody just like do all their own stuff in their garage. And like, I also love your attitude in your videos because you're just like at an 11 out of 10 all the time as far as energy goes.
Whatever,
and
you know, like
it's the best.
If I blow up my car again, it's whatever. You know, it's a straight dub. Everything happens for a reason.
More people need to have your attitude towards their car, man.
100%.
Yeah, there's zero garage queens ever in your garage. You're like, nope, they all get used. They all get driven.
Except for my Genesis. Honestly, I had that car for like 4 or 5 months, and I probably drove it once a week. That's it. You know, that was definitely a garage queen.
Nice. There you go.
Doesn't hurt to have one.
So, what got you started into cars? Because like you're a pretty young dude. Like, what got you into it? What was your first dabbling with it? Because then I feel like your ramp up has been crazy. With,
my ramp up has been really insane. I want to say for a good maybe like 8 or 9 months, I was, besides like Charlie D'Amelio or something, I was definitely one of the fastest growing content creators. I was seeing weeks where I saw like 200,000 followers in a couple hours, which was insane. Wow. So what really got me in the cars isn't really that cool, you know? Like all these guys I meet have like super crazy stories. My dad's dad, my grandfather has like a huge like 350 Hemi, you know, like drift car Cobra that's like cut and welded. I just played with Hot Wheels a lot as a kid.
Nice.
That's about it. And then one day I saw like a couple big Hot Wheels on the road, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then my parents got a divorce when I was 9.
Awesome.
So I started going to work with my mom. My mom was working 6 days a week. And because I was the younger sibling, my older sister got to stay home and play video games all day, but I had to go to work with her because he wanted to keep an eye on me. So I slowly started hanging out in the warehouse with all the warehouse guys. And there's this guy that had a BMW Z3. And that kind of is what really got me started in it. He let me go for a ride in it. And that was really just everything. I mean, it was terrible. You know, it didn't have seat brackets in it. So the seat would just slide around. Every single turn he'd take would just slide back and forth. It's what got me started on sit boxes. And then it was at that moment that I was like, yeah, I want to get a car. So I was only 12. So I started like kind of mowing yards and just kind of doing things. You know, the universe, in my opinion, all works in like, you know, everything happens for a reason, right? Yeah, so I was going to the bank with my mom one day, and there was an old friend my mom had, and she was like, yeah, I'm looking for someone to sweep my driveway. And so I started sweeping her driveway, and then one thing led into the other thing. And now I do construction when I want like extra money. Now it's all TikTok that pays for everything. But, you know, I've built a great background of learning how to, you know, do construction. So that's kind of all started. And then I bought this Miata that I'm looking at right now when I was 14, and everything else is just kind of history. So I kind of got myself into cars. My mom likes cars a little bit, but that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're homegrown. I mean, you did it all yourself basically through curiosity in your environment and just like wrenching on stuff. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, definitely, I would say that definitely like shows through in the stuff you do, because everything you do, I mean, I don't know you obviously, but it seems like it's very you. Like you're like, hey, I'm going to do what I want to do with what I want to do, how I want to do it. And like, this is how it is. You know? Like, you just do it. And it's like, obviously it connects with tons of people because it's obviously genuine. So like, people connect with that stuff.
Right. Well, that's why I just painted this car. I mean, right now, no one can see it, but you guys arrested on the Miata that's freshly painted last night. And I was just standing at Home Depot and I was looking to get paint for my valve cover. And I was like, I still have like a gallon of paint, an air compressor, and a gun. I should paint it. So I bought a roll of masking tape and I was like, let's paint the car today, guys. So I bought some lights. I hung some lights in the garage. I built a paint booth and I was like, yeah, let's paint it. And it came out pretty mint, you know?
Did you? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that's really like you were there to get paint for a valve cover? And then you're like, I can just paint my car.
Metal. I needed sheet metal because I was building an aluminum dash shroud so I could put some gauges in the other Miata. And then I was just standing in the paint and I was like, I've always wanted this color Miata. I should do it for now before it gets wrapped. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I stayed up until like 2 a.m. doing this with a homie, and it came out really fire. I'm vibing with it.
That's the best.
Dude, that's awesome.
Those are usually when the best or worst decisions are made.
Oh, so 100%.
It sounds like this was on the best.
And it's so funny because my mom, I'm only 17, so I still live at home. My garage door randomly at 2 a.m. opened, and I was already inside. And my mom was like, hey, the garage door's open. So I was like, Mom, please just go outside, close it. You know, I'll make sure I clean the house or something. I was like, just go close it for me, please. So she comes aside and she comes running inside. She's like, whose black Miata is that? Is that your friend? Where did this Miata come from? There's a black Miata in the garage. I'm like, no, it's my car. And now it has like a big wing on it. It's on work wheels. So it looks completely different than it ever has. And so like, no, this is a different Miata. I'm like, no, don't worry about it. It's just, I painted my car yet again, indecisive
You'd
child.
be surprised at what one trip to Home Depot could do.
Yeah. One trip to Home Depot and I'm like $1,000 in a random pothole of painting my car. So that's just great.
Yeah. in such a snap decision that your mom thinks there's somebody else's car at your house because you did it that
which is
that's
just great.
amazing, dude.
Yeah. It shows me how good of a job I did, It doesn't look painted.
For sure.
You just break down and start crying. You're like, thanks, Mom. That means a lot.
Thank you so much.
Like, but your car's not here anymore. Like, thank you.
Dude, that's so what's your plan with the current Miata? If you can share what's going on with it. What's going on with that one?
I actually haven't discussed at all what I'm doing with it. I'm keeping it like the top number one secret. And I hate keeping secrets from my followers. Sweet. I really do.
Yeah.
I love being honest and sharing and letting them make decisions with me. So my content feels more involved. Everyone feels like they have a say in it, But I'm actually, I think this is a great time to, talk about it because I'm going to reveal the car in about a week and a half. That's why I just painted it. This isn't the final color of the car, but I really just wanted the car to look good on camera, kind of all one color as I'm doing this. So I'm putting a 2AZ in the car. And no one's ever done this before. It is a one in the world motor swap. I was also looking at a gigantic 60 millimeter turbo right now over the car. And it's getting boosted, and it's going to be pushing 650 wheel horsepower.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's
insane.
Like a go-kart.
So
650 out of anything is insane, but out of like a Miata, that's going to be.
So I'm not familiar. What is the Toyota AZ engine?
So the 2AZ is kind of like the 2JZ's little brother. It's a 4-cylinder instead of a 6-cylinder.
Okay.
It came in a really stupid car. It came in the Scion TC, but we just don't talk about that. Okay,
no
guys?
Kidding.
We don't talk about it.
Everybody can change.
Yeah, hey,
we'll
exactly.
Bleep that. Don't worry. That Scion's one of the swear words we bleep out usually in the show, so we'll just take it.
So that one's gonna be bleeped out. So Scion, man, just terrible cars. I'm putting its motor in my car, but like that's the only cool part because it's an all aluminum motor,
right?
So it's incredibly light. So even though it's gonna have a huge turbo on it and it's forged rods, forged pistons, it's fully built with 650 wheel horsepower. It only weighs like 60 pounds more than the stock Miata motor.
Holy cow!
So really well.
So you're going to maintain like kind of factory weight distribution and everything, but have like a stupid amount of power.
And I'm doing a bunch of fuel cell stuff inside of the car to kind of put the weight distribution in kind of where I want it. Because Miatas, when you really get serious about drifting them, the weight distribution gets a little bit weird because they're really just meant to be well handling cars and not really go sideways at a track.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're meant to grip. I mean,
exactly.
They're built right.
Yeah.
So they're meant to like hold on, and then you're like, no, but I want it to go that way.
Exactly. It's a little too grippy,
slide.
Which is surprising. It's already like 30 years old. I would expect some grip to be lost, but whatever, man.
Right. Yeah, you'd expect it to be a little more loose, but so are you going to bring this thing to drift events, or what's the plan with it?
I've started taking my other Miata to a couple drift events, mainly, to be honest, just with a friend of mine, purely so I can hang out with my friend. That's really about it. But then I was like, hey, I've always wanted to get more competitive into drifting. So then it kind of started leaving. I was kind of leaving her at the pits a couple times. She would do some laps with me. And then she'd kind of hang out at the pits because I kind of got a little bit too involved into it. And then about like 15 minutes later, I was nailing 360s. And I was like, hey, sorry about that.
Dude.
Let's go on the track together. So then I rented out a 350Z because I broke my Miata. And then I crashed the 350Z a couple times. So pretty great. Pretty great,
Great stories.
Huge difference, 350Z and a Miata with 100 horsepower. Huge difference.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a little different going in it. So did you do 360s in your old Miata?
Yeah, I did 360s in the red Miata because I have two Miatas. So I didn't know what type of editing you guys do. I don't know if like you could pop up a photo right now of the red Miata or if I'm just looking like an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's all in the red drift Miata because I'm that weirdo that's had like 4 Miatas because I hate them.
Okay, I thought I was going to ask about that. I wasn't sure if you had like a bunch of iterations of just one or if you have just gone through a bunch of them.
So I have a bunch of iterations of one. The purple and blue car I've built about like 6 or 7 times, and then I've also had a bunch of other Miatas.
Okay.
That's awesome. So why Miata? Like what's drawn you to that car?
Honestly, I don't know. I ask myself this question all the time. I hate these cars. These cars are terrible, man.
Heard it here first.
Terrible. Like I'm like almost like 40 grand deep in this Miata, right? Like I could have such a cool car, But no, I have a Miata. Like that's why I'm getting friend zoned, bro. Like I'm like I drive a Miata. Like no snap, bro.
You're like, I spent $40,000 on my car. She's like, what is it? Like,
it's a Miata. That's it.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick though to have a one of one. I mean, I had no clue that there's like a beautiful engine hiding in a Scion. I didn't know that. So like to have that with a freaking 60 millimeter turbo, dude. That's
gonna be crazy.
So what other like supporting stuff are you doing on the car? Because that's a ton of power. Everything. Are you doing like big brakes and stuff?
Everything. Okay, whole custom suspension is being built for me. This car used to have custom suspension built by Silver's North America since it was a drift car previously. But now I'm doing like a whole actual custom tube front end, custom coilovers, custom camber arms, control arms, tie rods. Everything's getting kind of built so it's just reliable. I really want a reliable drift car. The whole transmission tunnel is getting...
usually don't go together.
Yeah, no, they don't go together at all. Not whatsoever. Really not at all. That's why I'm putting a Toyota motor in it. I'm hoping that it could be semi-reliable.
Yeah, there you go.
Please,
something reliable.
5,000 miles. Please, that's all I want.
Hey, 5,000 miles sideways is a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
That's a lot of burnt rubber.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's sweet, man.
But everything else is getting built.
So, cool. Okay, that's good. That was going to be my question because like, there's a lot of power. You want to be able to stop that and do other things with it. So
right.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, so I'm doing a whole big brake system,
see that.
Whole front and rear suspension, as I was talking about. Transmission tunnel is getting cut out. Same with the firewall, so I can fit this motor swap in it and the transmission. I'm not sure if I can talk about the transmission or not and all that stuff, so I'm just not going to.
Totally fine.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, the whole fuel cell, fuel tank, I guess, is getting cut out and everything's getting welded in there, just a tubed rear end as well. And the fuel cell is going inside of the car. Wow. It's getting a 12-point cage. Everything's being built to FD spec. I doubt I'll ever run this car in Formula Drift, but I just want the option to be able to kind of tell myself that I'm able to build an FD spec car so that when it gets that time, I know I can.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, when you get there, we have a saying between us all the time is like when, not if. So like, it's not, oh, if I do this someday, it's like, no, it's going to happen. So dude, I see that for you for sure.
For sure.
You're going to be like out there doing like stuff with Ryan Turek and all these guys. And it's going to be sick. I'm sure we're going to have, has anybody built your cars in Forza? Cause I see all the other like FD cars in Forza.
It's so weird. Back when I was younger and I was playing a lot more Forza, cause I just don't play video games anymore. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing a lot of Forza Horizon 3 and I want to say at least once a day I would see one of my cars. Which is just weird.
That's so cool.
That's so cool.
Just really weird.
It's super weird. Somebody just made our logo on there and started sending it to us, and that was just a weird like, oh, that's strange. Like somebody virtually put our thing on their thing. Okay.
That's kind of groovy.
Yeah, it's just a weird world.
That's really sick.
It's cool to just see it out there.
Yeah, but so we sent you a garage shirt, and you had a crazy story about it.
I do.
That you said you wanted to bring up.
I unfortunately don't have the garage shirt anymore. May it rest in peace.
That's okay. You used it how it was meant to be used.
It had a great life. It had a great life. It really did. Until my mom had me throw it away because it was soaked in too much blood. So may it rest in peace.
Oh my god,
it's great.
So what happened? How did you soak it in blood?
So I'm wide bodying my car because I have an obsession with wide bodies, and I can't really show it right now holding the mic, but I have a hole in my wrist where a drill went in. As we were kind of working on the car. So I had a drill in my arm, and it's one of those things that you don't even realize it. So it kind of kept spinning for a couple seconds inside of my arm. And then I realized what was kind of happening. So me and my friend took the drill bit out, and my skin was messed. But there's like I could see bone and muscle. It was horrific. So the only thing that I really had around me was, the Third Pedal Podcast shirt that I was wearing. So I was like, well, let's use that. So I made a little like makeshift tourniquet with it, and then my friend was like, hey, put some ice in it that'll stop the bleeding. So about like 5-10 minutes later, a lot of blood later, the shirt, was a great tourniquet. And I went back to working on the car.
Sweet.
And I never even went to the doctors. I had a couple like Zoom meetings with the doctors.
Oh my god!
And they were like, yeah, you could have lost your arm. You probably need antibiotics. And I was like, I got antibiotics at home. I'm fine. And hey, it came back.
Good.
So W Third Pedal Podcast. You guys saved my life.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely send you another one. We thought we were joking. We should send you like a branded tourniquet or something too. Let's get our logo on it.
Yeah, actually, that's
the
bad idea.
For next time,
hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Zero faith in me.
Just in case. I'd rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. Dude, I can't.
Of the you versus the drill's kind of winning.
I can't believe you didn't go to the doctor. I can't believe you were like you zoom the doctor through the hole in your arm and you're like, hey.
Yeah. The doctors said if it got any redder or any more infected, I should probably come in. But because I'm on antibiotics for my acne, they're like, honestly, just take another one of those a day. And if the redness kind of stays steady, you should be good. They thought I might need stitches, but thankfully I've never gotten stitches and I've injured myself a lot. So I wanted to keep that streak. So there's definitely a lot of arguments about me not going to the doctors. But I wanted to keep no stitches, you know? And it healed over.
That's a great.
So, you know, it looks pretty gnarly. So I want to get a tattoo there. That's a couple perforated lines that say cut here, you know, kind of sick sense of humor.
Yes. I love it. That's awesome. You should release, I don't know if you do merch at all, but you should release a long sleeve tee that just has like a dotted line there or something.
Absolutely.
That'd be so cool.
That would be really sweet. I do merch. Right now I'm working on a lot of back end stuff on merch, which I'm super excited to drop. Some of that will definitely have to get sent out to you guys. But, that'd actually be a really sick design. That'd be a sick design.
Yeah, that would be.
Just cut here.
I can't believe. Well, that's the coolest story ever. I think we just stopped telling stories about our merch now because you won.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
I can't believe that's insane. Yeah.
Also, just a quick message to everybody listening: don't try to recreate that. Don't try to beat that on purpose. If it happens, it happens.
Take safety
I'm sure
precautions.
You don't recommend that.
No, I don't recommend it. You know, make sure when you're drilling stuff, not to be holding the thing you're drilling like this. You know, don't do that. That doesn't work.
I was just gonna ask, like, what are the logistics of drilling through your arm? But that's what it was. You were holding.
I was holding it like this, and the drill bit snapped in half because I was pushing too hard. So I was pushing with all of my force, and then it just went yoinks. You know, so. You know, normal stuff. We vibing, you know.
So it was a broken drill bit too.
Oh yeah, so it was jagged. Sharp. Oh, it was really great. It was really lovely. Yeah.
Oh man.
There was skin all down the drill bit.
I don't like. Oh, gross, dude.
This whole part is just gonna be like beep 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 beep.
Like, you don't happen to have any photos of it all happening?
I do. Would you like some? I'll even send you a video. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. I don't know if we can post it anywhere, but I'm very curious.
We tried this game once before and we got
we got hit by TikTok so hard.
Because I blurred it, but it was like visible. But yeah, send it. We'll see what we can do.
I got you. You guys just want to see it, to be honest. I get it.
I want to see it, but I'm going to probably throw up. I can't stomach that stuff.
I like that you were like, of course I have videos.
Of course.
You're like, this is what I do.
My car caught on fire back when I was with my ex-girlfriend. And this was just my all-time favorite story. It's just so funny for no reason. The car that I painted right now caught on fire in my garage.
Okay.
And she grabbed a fire extinguisher. And I was like, put that down. Grab the camera. You need to film it. You need to film it. And she's like, why? The car's on fire. The house is going to catch on fire. I'm like, no, you got content. Content first. So she got the fire extinguisher and then started filming. So there was no flames caught on camera, which is really sad. So like no good content out of that, you know, but of course I have videos of everything, you know, I've been making content since I was 14. So like, I just got to think of content first, you know?
That's so funny, dude. What happened? What caught on fire with it?
I still don't know. My distributor caught itself on fire, but I'm not sure how. I did the motor swap when I was 16. Weird. So probably something to do with that.
Could have been user.
Yeah, it's weird. I have an old Porsche 944 that I've had for like a decade now.
Gorgeous.
And like, it is very weird to own cars for that long and like have stuff break again. And then you go back in and you're like, why was young me so stupid? Like, why did I fix this way? Or like, why did I cut this corner? I know better now. This is dumb.
Right, exactly.
And like, that's me with a decade. Like, you're doing this year by year with this stuff.
Exactly.
Like your growth curve, dude. Like, I can't. What's your next car? Like, what are you wanting after Miatas and stuff? What is your goal? Like, where are you going?
I have some weird goals. I have a couple cars. I have like my own cars, and I have content cars. Is the way that I look at it. So like, today I just looked at a car that I'm buying probably tomorrow. I really wish I got it in camera. The dude had a parrot. He had a parrot on his shoulder. And he's talking to me about the car, looking at the car, going over it. And I'm like, dude, you have like a 30-pound. It was fat. It was like genuinely fat. Like it was like the size of my torso. Like it was fat, guys. Like you don't understand how fat it was.
Gosh.
Like I think if it tried to fly, it would have fallen. Like it was
And you didn't have the camera for this?
Yeah, how did that
Where was the camera?
So I don't know why I had this. So I really wish I was able to catch it. But I'm going back tomorrow to buy the car. So I should, in theory, get some clips of that because that was well worth it.
Oh, man.
So I'm buying that next, which that's pretty cool. I can briefly talk about it. It's a 1983 Toyota Celica.
Ooh.
The last rear-wheel drive one they ever made, which is cool.
Nice.
It's a special edition, and it's a GTS, so it has a wide body on it. It's a hatchback instead of a coupe. It has special wheels. It has a special houndstooth interior, and a special paint job, and a couple special like trim and aero pieces. It's a one owner.
Awesome.
They bought it in 1982, which is cool because it's a 1983. So they literally bought it brand new off of the lot.
Yeah.
It has 2 keys.
Wow.
It has 60,000 miles. And it's gorgeous.
Dude.
It's just mint condition.
Wow.
And I'm excited to ruin it.
That's awesome.
You're like, well, that's going to be the last time it's that nice.
Oh, yeah. I expect that thing to be cut up with an angle grinder within a week.
So did the guy, when you were looking at it, like, does he know who you are? Does he know the influence that you have?
Oh, no idea. Absolutely no idea.
Just some kid.
The dude is like old enough to be my great grandfather. Like, I didn't even have the heart to tell him with what I'm doing to the car, you know? Like,
you can't. Yeah,
I was
you can't
like,
with those guys.
yeah, I'm excited to like kind of finish restoring this, dude. Like, it's gonna be great, man. And I'm just like, I have an angle grinder I just bought from Harbor Freight in the trunk of my car right now. Like, I'm going to kill this car, okay? Like, this is
like
getting
hiding
destroyed.
the murder weapon in the trunk of your car as you're there picking up the next victim.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, exactly
So,
like that.
So what are you doing with it? What is your goal with that car? Is that gonna be another drift car?
Can't talk about that one yet, but it has a pretty cool goal.
Gotcha.
Pretty cool goal.
Okay, cool.
So that's kind of
like
like
wait to see that one.
The immediate next car that I'm getting because I'm buying it so soon. But like the next car that I really want would either be 350Z or 240SX, which would be a content car. As I was saying, how I have content cars and personal cars. The next personal car I really want to get soon is like an F80 BMW. I had a BMW previously, and then I had a Lexus ICE 300, and that kind of got me hooked on 4-door like sedans. There's just something cool about rear-wheel drive, good power, you know, 4-door. Something, you know, you can swing, have fun in, and also like have all the homies in, which is great. So I definitely want to get an F80 soon, just so I can have another 4-door car and stop stealing my mom's car when I go up to LA and stuff.
So which one's the F80? I get mixed up with BMW.
So that's like the most recent BMW stand they have.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, those are cool. I like those.
Yeah,
Solid
so they look pretty good.
Which one would you get?
I think it's the 330. 330
cool.
I or something, yeah. Because the previous Beamer I had was a 328, which is cool. But I kind of want like the top trim, I guess. And I think there's something above that. And then it goes all the way up to an M. But the M is like an extra $30,000, and I'm only 17, so I'm like, nah.
You're like, I'll get there. I don't need that right now.
I'm gonna put it on bags, slam the crap out of it, and like put it on some nice wheels. I don't need an M, you know. So
you're like, the M will be wasted on me. I don't need that part.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm totally with you though. It's like my favorite car of all time. I had an old '95 S6, and it was like 4 doors, and it had the straight 5 turbocharged engine, and it was like way faster than it felt like it had responsibility to be, but it was just like practical but fun. And it was like
it was like a grandpa on meth, because like all of it was so
just a normal grandpa.
Chill. Yeah, basically. But then it would just go. It would just all of a sudden turbo noises start coming out of it, and
that's so sick.
I don't know what it had, but all the torque and stuff. That was
a
fun.
fun car.
That was a lot of fun.
I missed that car. That was a fun car though. But man, that's awesome. Well, it's cool to see like what you've accomplished, and like even the way that you work in like brands into your channel, and the way that you work in like new pieces and all this other stuff. I don't know, man. It's just been super neat to see.
I appreciate
and
that.
I see
I really
like you've got your TikTok that's huge, and then you've got your Instagram. I see. Are you like, what other networks are you working on? What does that look like?
I'm kind of moving over to YouTube, as that's kind of always been the goal. Like I grew up watching Adam LZ, TJ Hunt, Tanner Fox, a bunch of those guys. So I really want to move over there, and as I've always wanted to do that. So this whole build that I'm looking at right now, you know, you guys can't see it, but the Miata, that's definitely going to be kind of the car that I start seeing and showing more on YouTube, as the stuff that I'm doing with that, you know, just modifying the custom drive shaft that I have to weld and cut and build from scratch is going to be, you know, way too long for a TikTok. So it's a great YouTube video and stuff.
Yep. That content.
And you're doing
really
that.
Well
that's sick. Like you're doing such awesome stuff, dude. Like the level that you've uptook car stuff and not had the advantage of like somebody just giving you all the knowledge right off the bat. Like you're so hungry for it. So cool.
I really appreciate that. Yeah. You know, a lot of the times I get into these pickles where I get stuck, you know, because I don't have knowledge. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, cool. Car caught on fire for a third time. No idea what happened. But, we ball. We'll figure it out.
That's the best response to it.
Like, it is what it is.
Awesome.
Minor engine fire, but it's fine. It is what it is.
You know, I'm alive, barely, right? So it counts, you know? It's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah. Not if that drill bit had anything to say, but hey, you took the W on that one.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it's drill bit 0, Zayden 1. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. We need to get you a scoreboard.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's how it stays. Yeah. And it's just
I really want to put a big
your numbers
sign,
keep going
like
up.
right up here. That's like days since injury, you know?
Yes.
Yes.
And then just a great idea. Different days in it. Because I injure myself like daily. So it would just probably stay at 0.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think it'd
be
funny.
You have multiple signs because like days since injury, and then it's like 0, but it's like days since major injury. Like there's like 4. We're doing good on this side.
Minutes since injury, 23. We're balling.
Hey, minute. Yeah.
How many TikToks since injury?
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Well, that's super cool. I know you've got a cutoff.
Oh, is it already that time?
Soon, right?
I do. Yeah, I got to get going like the next 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hop on again.
Fire or anything?
You know, when I have a little bit more time.
100%.
Yeah. Especially as you get that next car, get into the drift stuff, like with the YouTube, all that stuff. You're not slowing down anytime soon.
No, not
literally
at all.
and figuratively.
The whole goal is 2023. I'm really taking over. I was kind of messing around. In 2021 is really when I kind of started growing, kind of got some crazy stuff down. 2022, I was 16, high TikTok following. I started seeing decent money. I did some stupid things that I maybe regret. 2023, I've learned from my mistakes. I'm older. I'm more mature. I painted a car last night on the whim. I'm not mature at all. But 2023, I should be a really good year for content. And I'm doing stuff no one's ever done before. And that's kind of the whole goal for the year. So some super crazy stuff should be dropping almost every single day from now on. So super excited about that,
man.
Well, you're doing cool stuff, and like your desire to like sort of pave the way for a lot of stuff is shown, like even just in the style that you film stuff. I don't know how like particularly that was curated, but like just how you film like your TikToks and stuff with so much movement and like the speed of it and all that. Like I've always really liked. Yeah. Like I've always thought that was really, really cool, and obviously everybody else does too because so many people are connected with it. But like you obviously have a knack for doing this stuff. So
yeah, and you're super excited to see. I mean, it's gonna be cool to see where you go this year. And yeah, if there's ever like, if you've got some other, I don't know, after you get the Celica or whatever piece, like you are welcome on here anytime. You got our number, shoot us a text. We'd love to hop on. If we find ourselves out on the West Coast sometime, we'll do whatever we need to do to come get down and see these cars in person.
100%.
But
that'd be super sick. I definitely smell a big old collab coming soon. There's some cool things with some planes and travel going on. So the car might be up near you guys relatively soon. So I definitely think this year should have some cool things. And yeah, I'm down. We could hop back on with the Celica. I mean, since I'm doing this not at a studio, this is my first ever like over the phone podcast. We could do a podcast inside of the Celica. Baller idea.
I love it.
That would be
We'll have you in there. We'll sit in the 944 again. We'll have
or we'll do it. I mean, if you're anywhere near the Midwest at all, I mean, we can make something happen too.
Yep.
Yeah, we can figure that out. Absolutely. Well, it was sick talking to you boys. Man. I'm excited to kind of show you guys
thanks so much for coming on
and kind of check it out.
Yes, sir. Good luck. Stay safe, and we'll send you a new garage shirt.
Thank you, my boy. I appreciate that. Hey, hopefully this one doesn't get so destroyed so fast. All right, you guys.
Yeah, hopefully this one's just grease, not blood.
Yeah, hopefully.
Car blood only.
Cool, man. Awesome. It was great meeting you, dude. We'll talk soon.
It was great talking with you guys. You guys have a good one.
That was awesome. Super great to have an opportunity to talk to Zayden. He's doing awesome stuff. That kid's a decade younger than me. And like doing awesome stuff. I know. Like, oof, dude.
That's weird too.
He's like, I'm 17. I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, I don't feel like it was that long ago that we were like, I'm 26. Like, I didn't feel like that long ago that like I bought the Datsun at 15, you know, and like we were doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's been a while.
It's been a while. But it's super cool. And like, I mean, guys like his passion for it, he just wants to have fun. He's just doing cool stuff with his car. Yeah. But that was really cool. Thank you guys for joining us for that. Go obviously give him love. Go follow him everywhere. Comment. Let him know that we sent you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get him a new, this is my garage shirt. And it sounds like this is just the beginning. We'll have some more collab videos coming with him soon. But thank you guys so much for joining. As we've said the last couple of weeks, we've got the Third Pedal Podcast crew on Facebook. This is kind of our new DMs. Instead of you guys sending stuff directly to us, this allows you to post it, post memes, post whatever, your builds, and everybody can react to it. We've had some crazy like reactions, and you're gonna get reactions from ridiculously fast drag cars, Teslas, Audis with
there's
engines
people
that
from
don't belong.
all spectrum of the cars, because there's like we're in the more like Euro crowd, like OEM plus sort of, which actually this is a little bit of a tangent, and we'll see if we cut it. But okay, I just learned about it's not the post said it's not OEM plus, it's period correct. Ooh. That's like what people say. It's like it's period correct. So for like my car, the mods that I have on it are like period correct for my car.
And like cheating.
Well, it's cheating because it's a newer car.
Yeah.
But like for your Porsche, like doing period correct.
Yeah.
Like
well, it's like the WRX's period crash.
Exactly. Because you got like the first version access port and stuff like that. That's like period correct, like modifications. That's like a whole. And there's all these videos. If you guys just search hashtag period correct on any social media platform. Yeah. At least for me, those are the cars I'm like, that's sick.
Yes.
You see like the 240 SXs and like the S13s and stuff like that.
With like early 2000s Japanese body kits
and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, it's super cool stuff. But yeah, so join. It's not just all people with crazy cars too. Everybody has cooler cars than us on there, which is funny. But there's a lot of people with regular cars too who are just into them and want to talk. So share whatever you got, no matter how big, how small, whatever. Share what you got on there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Zane, for being on the show. Have a great week.
Peace.